Hey guys, what is going on? This is Chase with RGC Gaming or Base Cowboy. Today I'm gonna do. I just put it up my commentary, my my new video and my rebirth of kind of my channel, kind of explaining everything I'm gonna do. So today I thought I would do something which is kind of popular, but people still like to see it because it's people are curious on what is the best class setups because there are OP class setups for certain situations, obviously. Not every situation. There's not just one. Basically, what I'm trying to say, there's just not one gun that's better than all the others. So, let's start off with any of my respawn. Because basically, okay, I have class setup. By the way, number one, I know this game is late, but if you seriously play this game seriously in a competitive way and you do not have class sets, you need to get class sets because for one, you can have see what I have. I have 8 classes all dedicated to search and destroy, and then I have all these 8 classes dedicated to respawn games. And basically, I don't ever have to worry about changing from dead silence and all that stuff. So let's start off with my search and destroy. For my search and destroy, I run flak jacket on everything except this one, which I need to change the flak jacket. I don't know why it's on there. Okay, so basically, flak jacket obviously keeps you from dying from nades and any other kind of explosive because, in reality, a lot of people throw a lot of C4s, claymores, bouncing betties, nades, and stuff like that. So it's good to have that kind of thing on there, especially if you're trying to be more of a brute force. But if you're trying to be sneaky and fast, then always run dead silence, ghost, and maybe perk one greed and try to get a lightweight if you want, but that's a different video. So my first one is an MSMC. This is a quick draw long barrel, pretty standard. I just have a 5.7 as my secondary. I usually have a B23. I just haven't changed it yet. And then I have concussion as my tactical. Now a lot of people say that flashbang and EMP are good, and that is true. But more or less when you're playing online, concussion is a little more useful because a lot of people don't have tac mask on. Now when you're playing online, like against more competitive people, tac mask are not online, but more in GB matches or in league, tac mask is a little more common. But with online pubs, I just like that. I feel like it's more effective. Have an MP7, quick draw long barrels, same class setup, all that. Here's my sniping class, quote unquote. I don't use it very much because it's a pretty weak gun now at this point because they've slowed down the reloading, like putting another bullet in the chamber. They slowed that down. They slowed down how fast your gun comes up after sprinting, and I'm very bad about sprinting all over the map. I know that's a way to get killed a lot, but I do it, whatever, to have it. So this one I just run lightweight, toughness, and dexterity and dead silence because usually with the sniper you have to get out. You can't really sit there and trying to get in a gunfight with somebody. You can, but you have to hit your shot or you're dead, basically. Because by the time you shoot and get another shot off, you're usually already dead before you can get the second shot off. So I do lightweight, dexterity, and dead silence, which is pretty common. Dexterity, I don't really need extreme conditioning because I don't run for long distances like that on Surge. So dexterity and dead silence is definitely the way to go, I feel. Here is the close quarter OP class in the flesh. Scorpion, quick draw with fast mag. You cannot go wrong with this map class. Wow, I'm all over the place. Class setup. I mean, this gun is a high damage. Well, it's not a high damage, but because it shoots so fast, it's high damage. And because you're able, basically, this whole class is just fast. Because you have dexterity, you have quick draw, and you have fast mag. So basically, you can look in fast, you can reload fast. I mean, it doesn't matter if you don't hit every shot, because then you can just put the mag back in your gun real quick, and you're fine. Because I know with that gun, it's a little more difficult to hit long-range shots. Now with this, the M8, I feel is the best assault rifle in the game over the AN, only because the AN is very good if your shot is really on, but with an M8, when you're on a good connection, if you have a good connection and you use the M8, you know exactly what I mean. It's something it's hard to explain. Basically, everybody I think knows at this point in the game that Black Ops 2 is very connection biased. I think that's fair to say over any other Call of Duty that's come out. Now, obviously, connection's always been an issue, but the way they did the servers and host migration and all that, they seem to give every time there's a host migration, they seem to get host to the worst kid that lives 1,000 miles away or 3,000 miles away from everybody else in the lobby and has 5 download and 0.5 upload or something, like just horrible connection. So if you have really good connection, the MAA1 with quick draw, stock, and reflex is the way to go. The only other thing I would change out is possibly quick draw for FMJ. That just depends. So I would only say use that in a GBS and D match only, because you can wall bang people, you know, with I don't know. It really just depends. And then I just read Dead Silence because I don't have perk 3 greed because of having primary gunfighter. And as you can see, I'm still running toughness, flak jacket. Flak jacket, toughness, and Dead Silence are all something that is in common with all these classes right here for my surge classes. So that's all the same. The only thing that would change is for my assault rifles, I don't have dexterity because I have primary gunfighter. And then here, sorry. And then for here, I have the AN94 quick draw stock reflex. Pretty simple, same thing. I pretty much would run that on any other class, even with the FAL when it was not banned on MLG's and GB rule settings. I use the same class as well. And then here is the piece of shit asshole gun. So when I feel like being a dickwad to everybody, I use this gun, especially on more close quarter maps. I feel like this gun is very effective on standoff because you can just run through bottom brown. Say you're spawning on on Granny side, you just run right through I call it Main Street, but right through Main Street to through bottom brown, and you can take out somebody by L wall or courtyard or in bottom brown because it's just a one-shot kill because you have long barrel and laser sight, and plus you have dexterity, so your gun comes up quickly. The one thing I've gone in between with is dexterity and extreme conditioning, only because and lightweight as well, because basically my goal when I'm trying to use this gun is to get where I need to get really fast. So say I'm trying to get to bottom brown before the other team so that I can get there and surprise them, because if I get there as they're getting there, hitting the shot is a little more difficult. But if I'm already there waiting for them, they have no chance. I don't care what you say, they won't have any chance because I'll put myself in the perfect range because I've just played this game enough and I know what the range is with that gun. And then I think everybody's got to have one of these classes. Self-explanatory. It's an MK48, quick draw stock, and target finder. I mean, it's just stupid OP. Dead Silence, flak jacket, toughness. I mean, it's just an amazing gun. The gun has no recoil, great accuracy, and a lot of power. So it's a pretty awesome class to use. Only now I'm using this more or less when I'm trolling and just messing around with my friends. So it's nothing exactly being serious about it. And respawn. Now, respawn instead of dexterity and dead silence on my perk 3, when I'm using perk 3 greed at least, I use dexterity and extreme conditioning. And then with my perks 1 and 2, I still use flak jacket toughness. That's just standard for me. That's how I feel. I feel like that is the most effective perk to use, those 2 perks. So on these as well, I'm still running 5.7 on all of them. So with this one, it's still concussion grenade on all of them. And I believe it's actually the same class for all of these. Here's got the MSMC quick draw long barrel. So obviously you want I feel like that's the most effective. There was a theory at one time after a patch that FMJ was just as effective because long barrel really didn't increase your range that much, and FMJ gave you a little more power boost and you could shoot through walls. So with that, I don't know, that one's a little hard to it's hard to bust, only because in a sense it is more powerful, because if you think about it, you are able to do more damage. Say if you're shooting somebody and they run into a building, you can get a couple shots on them. Say they're only 2 shots weak, or they're 1 shot, those last 2 shots you hit through a wall bang when they're running in the room, that can kill them. But if you're running long barrel, you're not going to get through that wall. So that's, you know, something to think about. It's your choice. I kind of leave that one open, either quick draw on FMJ or quick draw on long barrel. Just depends. With this one, just quick draw long barrel. I don't use the MP7 too much because I just feel like sometimes it's a little too weak. But my internet connection has improved lately, so I may use this one a little more. You may see this in a couple videos. Same here. OP gun of the year. Scorpion quick draw fast mag. Always. And then with this one, obviously, M8 it's still the same, and all of these are still the same. Ballista, all that. So yeah. This is my class setup. I don't believe I have anything for that. Nope. That's it. So that's my class setup. For pub matches at least, I'm gonna do another video where I do more of my competitive setup. So class setup. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is Base Cowboy, and I hope you guys have a good day. Y'all take it easy.